music. We like to support the independent music artists, but we talk some sports, DTONG sports, of course. What are some of your favorite sports? I mean, you got Toronto, you're looking at the Raptors, Blue Jays. What do you like to get into?
Man, well, the Raptors are hot. I love them, man. I also love MMA as well, you know. We got some of the greatest MMA fighters out here in Toronto up here.
So they have events often up there for you to go check out. Have you been to one lately?
Oh, I haven't been to one lately, but, you know, the UFC always comes up to Toronto. So far, their biggest show has been in Toronto so far, right here at the Sky. Sorry, is it Air Canada Center? At the Sky Dome. So there was about 63,000 people up there. So it was
wow.
It was a humongous show, you know. One of my good friends, Claude Patrick, you know, he was on that particular card. You know, he's definitely one of the best MMA fighters coming out of Toronto right now. He's in the UFC, you know, and he's associated with, you know, pretty much any top-ranked MMA grappling legends out there, you know. There's a place in Mississauga where he has his own training facility. It's called Mississauga Elite. So, you know, that's one of the hottest places. I go in there a couple of times here and there, and, you know, so it's one of those things where it's like Toronto, we got a lot of stuff up here. We got sports, we got music, we got everything up here, you know. So just I think there has to be a little bit more spotlight on our way up here.
Oh yeah, and I think it's developing. I think once people go there and they realize it, and then they understand it, you know. But until you go there, you won't appreciate it. And I've you know, like, heard great things about it. I haven't heard anything bad about it. I've heard nothing but great things about it. I'd love to visit there a couple times just based on what people say, you know. And that's the thing, is that I think it gets good word. It's just like you said, not enough people know about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we're being one of those hidden gems, you know, because we always took a backseat to New York. So, and Toronto's pretty much a young New York. You know, we have over 5 million people in the GTA right now. So, and, you know, we have, you know, the Blue Jays, Raptors, we got the Leafs. So it's a beautiful place to visit. You know, the city's amazing, the people are amazing, the diversity up in this city. You know, you got practically every nationality on the planet in here. So you could pretty much go to Little Italy, you could go to Chinatown, you could go to Portugal town. You know, they got they got Jamaican Street up here. You could pretty much walk inside an area and it feels like you're in a whole different part of the world within a 5-block radius.
Oh, it's crazy. But that's good, because it keeps you aware of, you know, diversity, and it keeps you talking to different people, keeps your communication skills up, you know.
Oh, absolutely. You know, growing up, you know, you have about practically every single nationality in your classrooms in high school. So it just makes you a lot more aware of what people's struggles are. You know, it's kind of hard to understand a nation or a nationality without actually ever experiencing them or experiencing what they've been through. So by having so many different races in one spot, it just allows you to learn. It allows you to sympathize with a lot of people, a lot of nationalities that go through things, you know. So if there's like a world war in China and you're like, wow, you know what, like, I grew up and I know why this is happening. So, you know, it makes you a lot more sensitive and not so ignorant to a lot of the things that are going around in this world, you know?
Oh, absolutely. That's what happens, is that people's perspectives get narrowed down so much that they have a problem seeing outside, you know, and that's what people like you are here to do, you know, is to kind of open their minds up, uplift them, get them to see the world as it is, you know, and that is that none of us are perfect, and we've all got our own, you know, problems and issues, but at the end of the day, we're here to lift each other up as well. So, and I think, you know, music does that, sports does that. There's a lot of things, you know, and that's what you're talking about. When, you know, you got sports teams winning in a city, that's good energy for the city. You know, you can probably feel that in Toronto as these teams get better. You can probably feel a little bit more of a vibe there. Do you agree?
Oh, absolutely. Especially with the Blue Jays right now making it to the playoffs. That's the city's going crazy up here. The last time we were in the playoffs is when we won the back-to-back championships in '92 and '93. So it's almost like the whole city was so energized and everybody was together. It seems like the more the teams win, the closer the nationalities in each city become. Like it becomes a bigger, a more defined unit opposed to it being an individual. So yeah, absolutely. As the teams win and as people come out to support their teams, it just builds that strong